Yeah, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you a new series on my channel, and this series is RimWorld. Now, this is a game I've actually been following for quite some time. I was kind of waiting to buy it until it came out on Steam, but I finally just gave in and said, hey, I have to get this. It's way too cool looking. So anyway, this is $30. You can get, or you can get other type things, name in the game for I think 40 or something like that. But anyway, it's a game made by Tynan Sylvester. Hopefully I don't slaughter his name. And he runs Ludian Studios. Hopefully I didn't slaughter that either. This is actually a version 12.914. So the only thing I find lacking in the game is something that a couple mods cover. So we're actually going to have just a few mods. They're all interface, not anything else to change it. So the core is always your main mod. The EDB, the EDB mod loader is the one that actually allows you, or order, I can't talk, is the one that actually allows you to change the order of the mods. And that's because sometimes as you get more mods, there actually will be ones that need to load before other ones, such as cores and stuff like that, or libraries. So we have that. EDB interface gives us a little nicer interface. One of the biggest things I like is it puts little portraits of your little guys at the top of the screen, and you can instantly see their health or click on it to select a guy or whatever. So that makes it really nice. EDB Prepare Carefully is one that makes it so you can actually have more of a backstory for your thing and kind of make sure your little colonists have much more depth to them. And then Hospitality is one that actually makes it, right now it seems like when you get visitors, they just visit you and then they disappear and that's it. They're gone and nothing really happens. Hospitality gives you the option of trying to recruit them to your thing, or just be nice to them and try and increase your reputation with whichever clan or faction they're with. So those are the only mods I really have running. And then when I'm playing alone, I also put on clock, just so I can see what time it is and how much time I'm actually putting into the game. So those are the mods. The way you play this is first you create a world, and if you have a world, they're monstrously huge, and you actually only play in just a tiny fraction of one. So if I went in here, I could type, let's just do, in case you guys have the game and want to play along, we're gonna do T4ZZM4NN for the seed, and we're gonna make it second from the largest, I guess. I don't know why. We could do the largest, but I really don't think that matters. Yeah, let's try largest, see if it really does anything special. Okay, and then you click generate. So this just generates a basic world, and it gives it a random name. I wish it would let you name it, but I haven't exactly seen. If I click full. Hello? Mode? Oh, there we go. No, that's not it. So anyway, this is the world, and as you can see, I mean, just to give you an idea, up here is like the Antarctic, so you can see growing periods never. That's a really important thing to note. But this is how big your game board is. And from what I've seen so far, you don't actually leave your game board. So it is temperate, so up here would be your icy cold, down here would be your never snow. If you want a place where, and you know, like here you have growing period from June to July, really short, March to October. We're gonna pick one that isn't gonna be too hard for us to grow stuff. We're gonna have year-round growing. And let's pick a nice mountainous looking one. That looks pretty good. So we're in a tropical rainforest. Might get lots of rain. We can grow year round. However, what we're selecting here isn't actually where we're going to be. We're just noting where we're going to be. So if we hit save and finish, now we have a new world. We can create a new colony. So the first thing, and that really sets this game apart and makes it great for a let's play, if you ask me, is the fact that you have storytellers. Now these are AIs that sit in the background, and they're monitoring how things are going for you. If things get too easy, then they send in a small little catastrophe. So you have three different types of storytellers. You have Cassandra, which is kind of your classic. She creates events that steadily increasing curve of challenge and tension as you go. We have Chillax Girl here, Phoebe Chillax, and she will send you some things, but they're usually not really bad. She lets you do more building. And then we have down here Mr. Random, and he doesn't care. He don't follow rules. He doesn't start out easy. He just randomly throws crap at you. And if you're a hardcore player, this is where you want to be. We're going to do Cassandra because I think she provides the most I don't know the word. Let's say the best storyline, I would say. I mean, this, you might die in the first minute and, well, then your story's over. This one could get a little boring because you're just building and waiting for things to happen. So she's kind of the base. The best one, if you ask me. So we have free play, where even though we have Cassandra selected, it says that it's not really going to hardly ever throw. Threats will appear, but they're extremely weak. We have base builder, where threats are scaled back quite a bit. Rough, and this is what I played on, and believe me, they're plenty rough. We have challenge, and then of course we have extreme. So it's almost like with even each of these guys, this is kind of the same type of thing, whether, you know, he's more extreme, she's free play, and she's rough. So we're going to go ahead and do Cassandra, and we're going to do rough. Hopefully that explains the Storyteller. It's really cool though. So this is a world I've been playing on, and we actually could play on that same world, but I wanted one that had a seed that you guys could do if you wanted to play along. So we're going to go to select, and we'll notice we have our same world that we had before. Although I do not remember where. I think we're right around here, weren't we? I think we were down. Weren't we right around here? Year-round growing. I kind of want a nice mountainy area. Maybe right here. So if you're on the same map, you want to play the same area, this is our coordinates. 38 east, 38.13 east, 13.33 north. If you select that same area, you'll be where we are. As you can see, we're in a mountainous tropical rainforest. Shows you the average temperature. Default, I think, is in Celsius, but in the options here, you can actually change it to Fahrenheit. I'm in the United States, so we do things like that. Average temperature is going to be 81, so it's actually going to be pretty hot. We might have to do some things for that. Talks about the rainfall, stone types, mostly granite, limestone, and marble. So I think we're good. So we're going to go ahead and say select a site, and then the next thing we're going to do is select our people. Now, this is where that other mod, the Be Prepared, comes in. Prepare carefully, or whatever it was. Each of these people in the standard game just have these traits. And as you can see, it says a male colonist, age 30. Not sure what the 67 is. 105. But it shows you they could learn to shoot, but that's not one of their things they really know how to do. If it has this tiny little fire, it means they have a passion for it. If it's a big fire, it means they have a strong passion for it. So as you can see, this usually means skilled professional up at the top or something like that. You can kind of get an idea. Between the fire means they like doing that. This means they really like mining. And like this person likes social. Some frog, he's an empath. He's probably, well, he's violent and scary. I would think he'd fight more. So violent and scary. This guy cannot learn. He will not ever learn to shoot or melee. And you can always hit random, get a new person. This is a female colonist, age 30. She will not mine, as you can see here. But the mod Prepare Carefully just kind of gives them a bigger backstory, so you can actually change what they look like. And everything here is done with points. So you can actually increase, decrease things as you want. So like if we wanted to make her, actually I guess we couldn't make her mine even if we wanted, but you can increase these other things. And let's see, there was another female, you can change her to male. There's our other guy, that one. And you can also add a 4th colonist or whatever if you want. Oh, I think it's this one? Yeah, so this shows you what you start out with. So we'll have 450 still around us, medicine, we get a dog, the food. We don't have any food. This is if you wanted to add food to your thing. You could actually have meat laying around, different guns, stuff like that. We're actually going to leave it all. The one thing I like about this is that it does kind of give them a more of a backstory. So we're going to keep that. We're going to confirm going back. Let's see. So we're just going to, I'm going to pick some people that can do everything. So we have an age 36 guy. Here we have another male, age 30, and I don't like a frog. Here we have, let's see if we can get a female in there that doesn't have any incapables. Intellectual, scary, clean. Alright, so here we go. Here's one. Oh, that's a male. There's a female, 25. She doesn't have any. She is jealous. She's an optimist and green thumb. So you can see here what these kind of things do. She is gonna want a nice bedroom and stuff like that, and loses. She's probably not gonna like being in a room with other people. Tito Taylor, I don't know what that is, but supplies. Oh, night owl. That could be fun because they like staying up late. Oh, this guy's a nudist. Great. All right, so I think we'll just go with these guys. I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention. Well, let's make sure we at least have someone that shoots good and a melee good. Social. It's good to kind of make sure you have someone that does good on various things, like mining is definitely good, construction's good. We got another shooter here. Medicine's definitely good because it's got a very in-depth system for your injuries and all that stuff. It's really cool. I think we'll just go ahead and go with these guys. And if we want, we could change their names, but we're not even going to do that. So we're going to hit start, and now it's going to generate our little map that we're on and show us our people. Now, this is actually a pretty complex game, and hopefully I'm going to be able to make it a little easier for you. So as you can see, we crash landed our cryosleep sacrophagy. So anyway, our pods basically crashed down to this planet. Our ship, I guess, got blown up. And kind of the end game, if you want to call it the end game, is to build the ship and get back into space. So, but you don't have to do that, which is kind of cool. So you'll constantly get these little tips, and over here you'll get other little tips. Oh, I hate, can I turn off screen scroll? I hate screen scroll. Oh, we have to do this first. Let's just check. That's kind of loud. So our pods are, oh, it's not going to show up right now. Game options, screen scroll, keyword. That even still sounds pretty loud. Choose Storyteller. So here's where you can change the heat or the temperature. I don't see it. And as you can see, there's just tons and tons of key bindings and everything else. I don't see one that lets you turn off screen scrolling. All right, for the Tynan, what was his name? If you see my video, being able to turn off screen scrolling would be really cool, because I just like sometimes not wanting to. So here's our 3 pods. So, whoa, we got some punks, man, and our nudie. So we have Takashi, Supply, and Ray Gun. All right, so First thing I like to do is when I look at my guys, I want to find out who my best shooter is and give them the best gun. So as you can see, we have a normal gun, and a normal knife. So our least, our guy that shoots the worst will be the knife. So let's see real quick. If we go to character here, we can see he's a 7, and he's the end there. He's a 0, so he'll probably be the knife. So Nudie's going to be the knife. So what we do is we click on the knife and we unforbid it. So right now it's forbidden. If we hit the F key, as you can see right here, it now becomes unforbidden, and we can tell him to go equip it. I think he was our best. He's a oh wait, is that the girl? No, that's the guy. There's the girl. She's a 2, so we'll give her the other gun. So let's give him that one. Takashi got that gun. And then her, we're going to give her that gun. Where'd she just go? Hey, ray gun. I think someone named Reagan would probably be a good shooter. Alright, so the first thing we want to do now that we're in the game is you'll see all these things with little X's on them. We can highlight and we can unforbid them. Now right now your colonists are not going to do much with it because we haven't set up a stockpile area. And this is our dog, and you really can't control him very much. You can train him. Ooh, a cobra. Now from what I've seen, these guys can be mean. So what we can do is we can click on the cobra, we can set it so we can hunt it, we can try and tame it. That cobra might try and attack our dog and kill it. We don't know. We're just unforbidding some of this stuff. We got some metal around here. Remember, these are all the starting things. We got some food down here. We're going to do that. So let's look at our layout here. It looks like this might be a pretty good area to start out. Let's see. We're going to make our house. We got lots of metal here. As you can see, we have compacted steel all over the place, which is good. Some more right there. I don't know, we might be able to. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your house going. So, oh, we didn't unforbid those. And get your areas going. So we're going to set up first maybe a stockpile to gather all our resources here. And we're going to create a zone. So if we go to architect zone, we can say a stockpile zone. And let's just kind of put it right here. A nice big one because we got a lot of junk. And then if you click on the zone here, you can actually see storage and you can say what can go there. And currently, I don't think we're going to put chunks there because that's kind of a pain. They fill up really fast. These are your chunks right here. And they'll fill it up really fast. So as you can see, Tashi here, he might be our hauler. Suppy. Oh, it's not supply, it's Suppy. Suppy and Tashi are gathering stuff and bringing it down. Oh, so is Reagan, so that's good. Alright, so let's start by clicking on Architect, and we're going to go ahead and do a structure. Now, you'll notice that all is still right now. The first time I played, I didn't know this, but if you click and hold it, you can change it to silver and wood. I recommend not doing silver because that seems to be the currency. You don't want to make your walls out of currency. And we're going to go ahead and make a nice big area here. Oh, let's just drag it down. And then we're going to get a door. Like so. And then we want to kind of clear out this area. So we're going to click on that. We're going to hit, as you can see, always down here, it'll tell you what your options are. L to mine it out. Now you can do it individually like this by hitting L on each one. Or if you know exactly what you want, you can actually come into orders. And let's get rid of this guy. This is talking about inspecting your room. Click mine. And then we can actually just do a chunk. Because normally we wouldn't be able to select this one. Oh, and this guy. Right there. Oh, I've already got that one selected. So as you can see, Suppy here is now mining this. He was our passionate miner. We got him building here. And Once this becomes a room, once it's all enclosed, this will become a room, and you'll see a roof go over it, showing you that now this is considered a room. So there's our door. You can go in and out of it. We need more supplies. So we might end up like walling this whole area over here off or something. I don't know. Just so we only have, and then kind of blocking this off so we have one point of entrance. It looks like everyone's going to bed. She's still hauling. Go Reagan. Oh, now she's going to bed. So down here you can see where it says 23. That's the hour. It's the 23rd hour. So they're going to sleep. They usually wake up around, I think it's the 5th or 6th hour. Shows you the date and, what was that, the year, I think. The weather, up here is the temperature. And as you go, you can actually change things. So while they're sleeping, let's go ahead and just look a little bit about about the options you have. So first off, you have gear. As you can see, we equipped Takashi with the normal rifle. He has a normal shirt. This is normal quality. Oh, broken and confused. Someone's already broken and confused? Really? Makoto. Who the heck is Makoto? Makoto has been broken and wandering confused. So whenever you get these little envelopes, yellow means it's not critical, red definitely critical, and blue is kind of more informational. You can always okay it or you can jump to location. So if we jump to location, is this our... Oh, Makoto's our dog. Our dog's wandering around dazed and confused. That's great for the very beginning. You can see it also tells you needs. It tells you our colonist needs beds. They don't like sleeping on the floor. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So let's go back to Takashi here. You can see he's actually walking around with one of our mills. And if we go to his character, we already kind of went over this. It tells you about his childhood and his adulthood so far. This is if you want to rename him. We can always rename him. I don't think you can rename an animal, though, which is kind of irritating. Okay, so anyway, especially because if you tame something, it's like squirrel 1, squirrel 2. Okay, so here anyway, we have that information. You can always look at details about the stuff. If we go to needs, you can see he's full. He hasn't found his surroundings aren't beautiful. They're only 36. You can see his rest is going up because he's sleeping. His comfort is terrible because they're sleeping on the ground. His joy is about half. Space-wise, there's plenty of space where he is right now. If we get him in too small of an area, then he will whine and complain. Oh, we're out of time. Woo, I just looked at the time. We're actually at 23 minutes-ish. So let's quickly... we might be 25 minutes on this first one. You can also see things that are positive. He had a good chat. He's uncomfortable because he's sleeping on the ground, and it probably says that in there. He ate off the ground. They don't like that. They like that. He's in a little pain. We'll talk about that in a minute. Slept outside and slept on the ground. So these are all things that weigh towards his overall mood. All this stuff weighs towards his overall mood. And you can see joy is actually going down. Rest is going up. That's what these little guys mean. But his overall mood is still okay. Let's go to health now. So if you look at health, you can see we actually started out with a guy with a slight injury. So he's weakened a little bit. His movement is weakened, which means he moves a little slower. His right foot has a bite scar. So, ouch. You can say what kind of treatment he can get. Like if you have a pet, you can actually say only give them herbal treatment. You can give them normal, or you can give them the best quality medicine. Man, our dog has 2 cataracts and dementia. Oh, great. This is great. Thanks, Cassandra. All right, so if we go back to Kashi here, you'd see later on, if we wanted, and we have a good medical person, we can actually install a peg leg. We can install denture. We can harvest parts from things. I learned the hard way that if you have a prisoner that's gonna die, don't harvest their heart to kill them off, because everyone gets in a real bad mood. But you can do operations, and there are some other mods that I might look into because they're just really cool. That gives you prosthetics, so you could actually get bionic eyes and stuff like that. But I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of a real quick rundown of your characters and the basic layout of the game and stuff. Our dog's going to be just about pointless with cataracts. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying this. If you are, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. It helps me tremendously on YouTube. And comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. And until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.